As we celebrate Women's History Month, we are taking a close look at one of the Bay Area's literary pioneers. She gained fame as California's first poet laureate. Tonight, KTVU's Jana Katsuyama shows us how Ina Coolbrith broke with many conventions of her time and how she's celebrated today.
Just past the Mason Street cable car line, halfway up San Francisco's Russian Hill, is a park where occasional tourists and neighborhood dog walkers take in the spectacular views. The park bears the name of a once famous San Francisco woman who many people now don't know.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
No, I have no idea. Please.
Ina Coolbrith?
No idea.
Ina Coolbrith was a literary legend in her day, a poet whose life reads like an epic novel, a pioneer who became California's first poet laureate.
It was bestowed on her in 1915 during the Pan-Pacific International Exhibition, which was a really big deal.
Christopher Pollock is San Francisco's park historian.
She lived just a block away, down the hill to the south.
He says Coolbrith's friends were some of the most well-known writers of the West: Bret Harte, Joaquin Miller.
Mark Twain is another person that she got to know over time. So she really gets to know the cream of the crop of the poetry and literary set in San Francisco.
But Ina Coolbrith also had a secret in her past. Alida George wrote a biography about Coolbrith, who was born Josephina Smith, the niece of Joseph Smith, who founded the Mormon Church.
She was very feisty, and she stood up to people and she said what she thought.
And George found examples of her feistiness at just 15 years old in a letter to her cousin about polygamy.
Is it right for a girl of 15 or even 16 to marry a man of 50 or 60, to be taken into his harem and enjoy the pleasure of being his favorite sultana for an hour, and then thrown aside? This is of God, is it? No, never, never, never.
Ina did marry at age 19, but after losing a child and divorcing her husband in 1851, she took her mother's maiden name and found solace and joy in writing about nature and San Francisco. In one poem about the California poppy, she wrote, "Her golden glory, thou of hills and plains, lifting exultant every kingly cup,
brimmed with the golden vintage of the sun."
Evie Grock, president of the Ina Coolbrith Circle, says those poems still inspire.
I saw her as a trailblazer. There is a universalism about her messages, anticipating death and loneliness and loss, and yet not losing hope at the same time.
Many of Coolbrith's manuscripts were lost in San Francisco's 1906 earthquake and fire. But at Oakland's main library, the Ina Coolbrith collection preserves the photos, newspaper clippings, and poems that did survive. Her poems in the Overland Monthly literary magazine now sit on the shelves. Another chapter of her pioneering life. She was Oakland's first librarian, and for 20 years she mentored Oakland's youth, including a young boy named Jack London.
She had an influence on Jack London's life, Isadora Duncan. All of these people had Oakland ties, and so I think that's her lasting legacy.
That legacy lives throughout the Bay Area in quiet corners. In Berkeley, there is an Ina Coolbrith path with a marker at the stairs up to Grizzly Peak. In Oakland, her bronze statue stands with other humanitarian heroes at a park on 13th Street. And in San Francisco, there is a special place in Ina Coolbrith's park with a plaque called Poets Corner, where visitors can sit and contemplate life and love and the natural beauty that inspired one of California's pioneers. Jana Katsuyama, KTVU, Fox 2 News.